It's time to make the 2025 TBR list. Have already read one book, but I'd like to bump my number from 17 up to 25. I did see this video, and I'm not sure, I can't remember who the creator was, but he was talking about trends of reading trends to leave in 2024. And one of them was talking about how the book community tends to, every year they want to bump up their reading goal. And he was like, I just find that a little bit weird because, you know, what other hobby does that? You know, you up the goal every year as if the previous year wasn't enough or something like that. And it made me think a little bit because he is right. Like, we don't do that with other hobbies. He was saying that the pressure to read more can almost ruin the fun of it a little bit. So you put this pressure on yourself to read, you know, 50 books, 100 books, whatever, and you're flying through books too fast and you don't get to like really process them and soak them in and enjoy them. And that's why I'm only bumping up to 25. I think that's a really good, realistic number for me to keep for every year, about $2 a month, give or take. And that's just what I'm putting on my physical TBR. So I'm going to be picking out books today for that. So if you want to stick around and see which books I pick for 2025, we'll get into it. But I just thought that was an interesting take. I'll write his name down in the description once I find it. But it was interesting. He had a pretty good take on it. So let's go book shopping in my stack of books. The first book that I already read is For One More Day, Mitch Albom. He's like my favorite author, so of course had to start with his book. That was the first book that I read, so that one is already getting added. The only one left. That one is the book that I'm currently on, so that's book 2 in the stack of 25. And currently I'm waiting for my bookshelf to arrive. So as of right now, my books live in stacks on the ground. So today we're going to go through my stacks and pick my books for 2025. Book 1, already done. Book 2, right here. I already know a couple that I want for sure on my 2025 list. So I'm going to grab those first, and then we'll kind of dig through the next couple together and we'll pick the rest. So one that I for sure want on the 2025 list is The Silent Patient. I'm sure all of you have heard about this book. It's all the rave, okay? And I love a good thriller, so I do want to throw that one on there. Last year I seemed to read a lot of thrillers, and I would like to balance it out a little bit more this year. Mix between thrillers and romance and some miscellaneous books in there too. One of them that I heard so many reviews about last year was Icebreaker, and I did find this book at a free little library, so I picked that up, and that one I want on my list as well. So book 4, I have a couple like memoir style books that I'd like to read next year. One of them is A Million Little Pieces. This one is about a man that was an addict for many years and kind of his story with that. So I'm going to throw that one in my miscellaneous pile for the year. That brings us to book 5. Next, let's go back to a romance. So my romance piles, where are we? Oh, this is a good romance pile. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. This one, I thrifted this one a while ago. It's Call Me By Your Name. It's a homosexual romance. I'm excited about this one. And it's a little bit shorter, which is kind of nice to throw in the mix sometimes. Book number 6. Oh, this one looked so interesting. This one is The Maze, about a true story, actually, about a serial killer that seems to have a thing for sex workers and kills them and then hides them. So that one sounds good. Book 7. I forgot I had this one. Okay, for this one we'll do Happy Place by Emily Henry. Gotta read it. It was all the rave this year too. So we'll throw that one on the pile. Oh, I really love Lisa Jewell. I don't think I've heard amazing things about this one, but it's my only other Lisa Jewell book that I got. So Then She Was Gone. We'll throw that on the thriller pile. She's a good author. Oh, this one kind of sounded good. The Stolen Book of Evelyn Aubrey. It's kind of two timelines converge, so 1898 and 2006, and it's about this woman that was maybe murdered. I guess we'll find out. Society believes she was murdered, but I think there was more to her story, and her great-great-granddaughter or whatever finds her last book and figures out what actually happened. So that one sounds good. Is this one romance? This one's kind of a romance and a thriller. We'll do Colleen Hoover, Layla, classic Colleen Hoover. Gotta pick one of those, right? Ooh. This one. I forget about these books. I got these so long ago. There was this free book event. I don't know if it was like a bookstore or library closing down, but you should have seen the lines outside of that place. Oh my gosh. People were going in with wagons. I have never seen so many people so brutal and rude. It was unbelievable. But I did get away with a bag of free books, so I'll put up with it. This one, I recently heard a review about this one, and they said it was really good, and I was like, wait, I think I have that book. Yeah, I definitely do. It's called Little Darlings. So it's this woman has babies, and while she is in the hospital, she sees this person, like, come in and replace her babies with, like, creatures, and she's the only one that can tell that they aren't her babies, and I don't know. This one seems weird and creepy and awesome, so we'll throw that one on the list. What are we at? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm at 12. So we're going to do Every Summer After, and this summer will be different. So we'll throw these two on the list just because I heard a bunch of good things about them this year. So I don't want to fall too far behind the trends, right? So we'll do that. I'll throw these on. So that puts us at 14. The Last Thing He Told Me. Sounds interesting. It's about a man that leaves his wife a letter, and he dies. I don't know, some unanswered questions and things like that. We'll throw that one on. My next miscellaneous book, I want to read. This is my last Mitch Albom book that I have not read yet. It's The First Phone Call from Heaven. So I'm going to throw that one on there. If you guys haven't read any of Mitch's books, highly recommend. The way that he writes is just so heartfelt, and I just love it. I don't like the shape of this book. Like, it's long and skinny. Do you guys feel that way sometimes? Like, I just hate the shape of a book, and it makes me not want to read it. It sounds really interesting, but... It sounds really interesting. Okay, I'm going to put it on, just because I need to get it out of my pile. This one's little one-liner is, there are 3 things you should know about me. I'm in a coma, my husband doesn't love me anymore, and sometimes I lie. So, I don't know. It sounds interesting. We'll throw it on the thriller pile. Okay. Next, we'll do another romance. This one is like classic rom-com. It's Hook, Line, and Sinker. Tessa Bailey. We'll throw that one on there. I like a good rom-com. I have a feeling that I'm not going to like this book. But whatever. If I don't like it, I'm trying to get better at DNFing my books. I'm not good at it. We got like even piles right now. Thriller and romance. I'm going to throw another thriller on just because I kind of lean towards those a little bit. I want to try a Ruth Ware book. This one I got at a thrift store the other day. So we're going to throw that one on there. I've heard really good things about Ruth Ware. And this one is 1 by 1. They go to a cabin and get snowed in and people start dying. So, sounds good. The next romance one I want to do is 4 Weekends and a Funeral. This one, was this made into a movie? I don't know. It sounds like it was, but I could be thinking of a different movie. But it looks cute. I'm going to read that one. I have a Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I want to read. Where is it? Okay. This one is another one that I feel like I'm so late to the trend. Daisy Jones and the Six. I've heard mixed reviews, but it sounds interesting. Kind of like a roadie, rock star, living with the rock stars, road tripping kind of thing. We'll see. But I did not like Taylor Jenkins Reid's Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I just did not dig the book, really. But we'll give this one a try. We'll throw that in the miscellaneous pile. I lost count of my books again. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I only have 4 left. Okay, this one I've heard a lot about too. AJ Finn. I have 2 of his books. The Woman in the Window, which was a show or a movie or something like that. And then End of Story. Maybe we'll put both of his on the list. Takes up 2 of my books. Then we'll do 1 more romance and 1 more miscellaneous. This one, The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. She wrote Practical Magic, which, who doesn't love Practical Magic? So I'm going to throw that one on because that one sounds super cute. And then 1 more romance. This one. Okay. After You. It's the Me Before You book and movie. It's the sequel to that. That one should be good. So I'm going to put that one on there. There's my list. Okay. Let's go over them. All right, well, there's my goal for the year. I don't plan on just sticking to this. Obviously, I'll have my Kindle books and things when I travel too. But these are the ones that I'm going to prioritize this year. If I read more, cool. If I have to DNF some, we'll tackle that when I come to it. I don't DNF lightly, so we shall see how it goes. If you want to keep up on my reviews of these books, I do have a review page that I post everything on Instagram. I'll go ahead and link that below. So if you want to check out my reviews as I go ahead and follow that page. And if you guys have read any of these, let me know what you think. Let me know if some of them are 5 stars. Let me know if you guys have DNF'd some. I'd be curious to hear what your guys' favorite was out of my stack that I'm going to read for 2025. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead, like, and subscribe. I'm excited to keep posting more book content. Thanks, guys. Bye.